Ever wondered how those buy now, pay later services actually work? It's like magic, right? You get what you want, but you don't have to pay for it all at once. Today, we're diving deep into one of these services, Zip Pay, and answering the burning question, what payment methods does Zip Pay accept? Stick around to find out. Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. We're all about making finance a little less confusing and a lot more accessible. And let's be honest, sometimes the hardest part about online shopping is figuring out how to actually pay for it. So many options, so many questions. That's why we're tackling Zip Pay today. It's a popular buy now, pay later service, but what payment methods can you use to actually pay Zip Pay back? Let's get into it. First things first, what exactly is Zip Pay? Think of it like a short-term loan. Zip Pay lets you buy something now and split the cost into smaller, more manageable payments. It's super handy for those times when you need something but don't quite have the funds right away. But, of course, you do have to pay Zip Pay back. So, how do you do that? Now, for the million-dollar question, what payment methods does Zip Pay accept? This is where it gets interesting. Zip Pay offers a few different ways to pay them back, giving you some flexibility depending on your situation. One of the most common ways to pay your Zip Pay balance is using a debit card. Most major debit cards are accepted, including Visa and MasterCard. This is a convenient option for many people as debit cards are directly linked to your bank account. Just make sure you have enough funds in your account to cover the payment, otherwise you might incur fees from your bank. Another option is to link a bank account directly to your Zip Pay account. This is often done through a secure platform that verifies your bank details. Once your bank account is linked, you can set up automatic payments, which is a great way to avoid missing a payment and incurring late fees. It's like setting a reminder for yourself, but it's automatic. Now, you might be wondering about credit cards. Can you use a credit card to pay your Zip Pay balance? The answer is a little more nuanced. While Zip Pay itself doesn't directly accept credit cards as a payment method for your Zip Pay balance, there might be some indirect ways to do this. For example, you could potentially use a credit card to fund your debit card and then use that debit card to pay Zip Pay. However, this might involve fees from your credit card provider, so it's definitely something to consider. It's always best to check with your credit card provider to understand any potential fees associated with such transactions. So, to recap, the primary payment methods accepted by Zip Pay are debit cards, Visa and MasterCard, and direct bank transfers. These are the most straightforward and commonly used methods. While there might be indirect ways to use a credit card, it's generally not the recommended approach due to potential fees. Now, let's talk about why it's so important to understand the payment methods accepted by Zip Pay. First and foremost, it helps you plan your finances. Knowing how you're going to pay back your Zip Pay balance is crucial for budgeting. You don't want to get caught off guard and miss a payment, as this can lead to late fees and potentially impact your credit score. Secondly, understanding the payment methods can help you avoid unnecessary fees. As we mentioned earlier, using a credit card indirectly might incur fees from your credit card provider. By sticking to the accepted methods, like debit cards or direct bank transfers, you can minimize these extra costs. Another important thing to remember is to always check the specific terms and conditions of your Zip Pay agreement. These terms will outline all the details about payment methods, due dates, late fees, and any other relevant information. It's always a good idea to read through these carefully so you know exactly what to expect. Now, let's address some frequently asked questions about Zip Pay and its payment methods. One common question is, can I change my payment method once I've set it up? The answer is usually yes. You can typically update your payment method in your Zip Pay account settings. This is helpful if you get a new debit card or want to switch to direct bank transfers. Another question we often hear is, what happens if I miss a payment? Missing a payment can result in late fees, and it could also affect your credit score. That's why it's so important to set up payment reminders or automatic payments to avoid this. ZipPay usually sends reminders before your payment is due, but it's always good to be proactive and keep track of your due dates yourself. So, there you have it. A comprehensive overview of the payment methods accepted by ZipPay. Remember, the key takeaways are that debit cards and direct bank transfers are the primary methods, and it's crucial to understand the terms and conditions of your ZipPay agreement. By being informed and responsible with your payments, you can make the most of buy now, pay later services like ZipPay without any surprises. With that said, thanks for watching and